What would you do if you were worth more than $200 billion? Here's a tip. Do what Bernard Arnault does. The fashion billionaire who owns over 75 global fashion and cosmetic brands is currently the richest person with a net worth of $206 billion. Almost everyone is familiar with the luxury goods giant Louis Vuitton, and this company is at the heart of Arnault's empire. With all that money, it is reasonable to conclude that Arnault leads a magnificent and prosperous life. Real estate properties. With lots and lots of money, Arnault has a vast real estate portfolio that would make any aristocrat green with envy because he is a true collector of architectural art. One of the French fashion's royals' most opulent residences is a 150-year-old castle close to Bordeaux, the world's wine capital. The walls of this architectural masterpiece are adorned with exquisite paintings by some of the most well-known artists in the world, including Maurizio Cattelan, Pablo Picasso, Andy Warhol, Jean-Michel Basquiat, and Damien Hirst. The castle has 34 extremely opulent rooms, each with a truly stunning interior design. Around 100 acres of vineyards surround the castle. As you can expect, this luxurious architecture is estimated to be worth $100 million. Of course, Arnault resides at an 18th century palace on the Seine River's bank in the luxurious 8th arrondissement of the French capital because he needs to be close to the center of his empire, Paris. The French fashion magnate spent roughly around $220 million on housing there. Arnault has since added another $70 million to the upgrades. The property features a 12-acre private park, a wine cellar, a tennis court, a pool, a massive garage, and a private lake. And nothing says wealthy than purchasing 5 uber-luxurious homes in the exclusively Beverly Hills neighborhood. This transaction cost a total of about $125 million. And if you don't own any multi-million-dollar property in Côte d'Azur, then you can't be Arnault, because he certainly didn't miss out on buying one there. Yachts. As the proprietor of 2 opulent yacht builders, Arnault's collection is somewhat underwhelming. The Frenchman only owns 2 yachts, each costing $220 million. Then again, Bernard spent over $830 million to buy Royal Van Lent and Princess yachts. However, his $150 million luxury yacht, Symphony, is probably among his most valued properties. The 330-foot yacht has 8 rooms that can house about 36 people. While Arnault enjoys pleasure cruises, he also loves adventure, which is why he purchased Amadeus. The boat has an icebreaker hull and was built and designed for adventure seekers. The price of this magnificent adventure boat is over $70 million. Private planes. While yachts are excellent for a little bit of R&R, a man worth more than $200 billion needs a faster mode of transportation. And as you would have guessed, Arnault does not fly coach, where he's sandwiched between a crying infant and a spoiled passenger. The French fashion owner had a Bombardier Global 7500, which is probably the biggest and longest private jet in the world. It has a price tag of about $75 million. The LVMH CEO also had a Bombardier Global 6000, worth just about $23 million. But 2 isn't enough because Bernard also owned a $45 million Dassault Falcon 8X. Then again, he sold them all because the environmental impact was too significant. And people are condemning jet owners for their disregard for nature and whatnot. So, in order to visit his private island, he must now charter a private plane for almost $15,000 per hour. Yes, let that sink in. Billionaires, of course, have private islands. And we'll jump off to Arnault's island once you subscribe to the channel by clicking the red button. Click the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever we release a new video. Private island. Indigo Island is a 133-acre paradise found in the Bahamas. and Bernard Arnault only paid $35 million for the privacy of having a remote location to retreat from the rest of the world. The island is actually less expensive than either of his yachts. You're in luck if you want to experience the lifestyle of the likes of Bernard Arnault, because the island can be leased for a romantic getaway. With a cost of $30,000 per week, you wouldn't need to think about anything else. Grand hotels. You must have already noticed how lavish the LV owner's lifestyle is. So, you shouldn't be surprised that Arnault owns two hotel chains renowned for their extravagant and opulent amenities. What do Saint-Tropez, Courchevel, and Paris have in common? Cheval Blanc, of course. Even though a night at this luxurious hotel costs roughly $2,000, you'll experience the life of royalty for your entire stay. Need to shop? Just go to Dior and Louis Vuitton. Belmont is another high-end hotel that offers fantastic services and opulent lodgings. The hotel chain has operations in over 46 places across 24 continents. Art. Some billionaires spend cash on expensive clothing, gold cars, and useless toys. And there are the billionaires who like investing in the arts and culture. Expect to find Bernard Arnault in the latter. His art collection is so incredible that he even spent $143 million to display it in a modern art museum. During a huge show that drew over 750,000 visitors in 2018, the New York Museum of Modern Art loaned the Foundation Louis Vuitton more than 200 items, including works by Paul Cézanne, Yvonne Rainer, and Marcel Duchamp. In the same year, the Foundation Vuitton also presented celebrated retrospectives of the works of Egon Schiele and Jean-Michel Basquiat. Although Arnault's art collection's value has never been revealed, approximate calculations indicate that it may be close to $1 billion. But who knows? His collection could be worth far more. Vacations. We can only assume that being the wealthiest man in the world involves a lot of work, dedication, and business acumen. As you may think, if someone doesn't occasionally take a break, this might have a significant negative impact on them. Even the richest man on earth deserves a truly opulent vacation, and Bernard Arnault is fully aware of that. Although Bernard owns 10 wineries, including Hennessy and Krug, he is a true wine enthusiast. Therefore, it stands to reason that his preferred leisure is spent in vineyards worldwide. As you can surely assume, he also likes to spend time on his yachts and his private island. Donations. In contrast to many other billionaires of his caliber, it can be observed that Bernard is either not particularly charitable or just gives anonymously without having to announce it to the world. Nonetheless, there are a few notable exceptions. For instance, Bernard shelled out $234 million to aid in the repairs needed for the Notre Dame following the 2019 fire. And Arnault appears to be sincerely concerned about the future of our world, as he donated roughly $11 million to help prevent wildfires in the Amazon. If you're super loaded like Bernard Arnault, you can do whatever you want with your hard-earned cash. From purchasing real estate to collecting art, there's simply no limit to what you can do with more than $200 billion. And if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to check out our channel to get to know the lifestyles of the rich and famous. We'll see you in our next video, and always remember, Invictus Luxury, for people who want more.